Two packs, one developer, and completely opposite worlds. That's what we are going to explore in this video today, and it's what Zariis Music has put on the table with Bloom and Monolith. Two Serum 2 preset collections that sit at opposite ends of the ambient spectrum, and I've spent some serious time inside both of them to find out whether that ambition translates into something generally useful for composers and producers. Bloom is the bright one. 30 pads designed to lift, breathe and slowly expand. You know, if you think sci-fi environments, translucent space, fragile emotional light, the kind of texture that feels like it's quietly waking up. Monolith is the sort of like shadowy, dark version. 30 presets built for depth and tension, forged from hardware synthesis, real-world Foley recordings and granular processing. It sounds exactly as ominous as that description suggests it does. Now, here's what interests me about reviewing these two libraries together. Both packs target the cinematic ambient space and both contain exactly 30 presets, but they're asking very different questions of the composer. And the answer to which one, or whether both, deserves a place in your library depends entirely on what kind of worlds you build. So stay with me, because by the end of this video I'll give you a clear idea on where each of these sort of like packs earns its place in your collection, and whether reality turns out to be more complicated than the product description lets on. We have some macros here which change the sound. Things it out what I've done there now. Get a thinner sounding pad. I want to play every patch. Got 60 to get through. I do like little artifacts in the pad sounds. Just give it that unique sort of like texture, instead of having a straight pad. So a nice soft pad, that one. Try Europa here. What key? I'll go for E minor. So it's a pad, but it can be used as a lead. Especially in ambient music. Slow leads are beautiful and perfect, that genre. You can make it darker by turning the cutoff down, ringing oscillator B. Turn the lush down a little touch. What else we've got here? Luminar, let's try that one. So that plays like chords on its own with just single key playing, so it plays minor chords. Monolith. Which is interesting because that's the name of the library we're going to look at next in this little video. You can hear this undulating up and down. I'm literally holding those notes on the keyboard, well, my sustain pedal is, and there's lots of movement, texture going on. Perfect for those drone moments you want. Just drop it down in the mix, underpin the whole thing. Okay, let's add some vocal to this. See what it does. Wave as well. So it's always worth playing with these macros. Just get some interesting sounds from them. Quantum Drive. Now, I'm glad this has got the macro, the attack macro, attached to this sound, because if I turn the attack down, a nice synth sound that has that sci-fi quality about it for me. You want to drown it in more reverb effects. Yeah, that's a nice, satisfying sound. I'll do one more from this pack, Venus. Let's change the flange depth a bit. Add some movement to this. That was a lovely chord change, that. Now, when I do these little playthroughs, I never quite know myself where I'm going to go with these ad-libs that I do, these little playthroughs. I just let the sound speak for itself and let it tell me where to go. So if we get these interesting little chordal movements that you just heard then, completely, sometimes accidental, because not planned. So we're on Monolith now. A dark textural hack that is perfect for a dark ambient moments. Tension. Creepy sounds. So these don't, well, they are pads, but don't work in the general sense of how a lot of people think pads, you know, usually conceive as chords like this. For this pack, octaves, held down, nice bed, a fifth instead. Just gives that little sort of discordant tuning that sometimes you need. Listen to those little artifacts in the background. I do like what Rick has done with this. Just little artifacts that make the pad interesting. Then we get some textures. Now these are really well done. This is just one note. And if I go back to the main screen, you can see on the wavetable where we are, a really long sample. So the longer you hold these textures, the more that sample will play through, and the more you get movement and sound going on. See what I mean? Electricity noise there. So you've got your ambient drone pad straight out of the box. You don't need macros for these types of sounds. flicking backwards and forwards to the main screen of Serum, so you can sort of like see where that texture is playing through. Like I say, I'm holding one note only, as you can see here. Osmosis. This is another one with a ridiculously long sample that you can just sit and play. Well, hold the note. Okay, one more sound, and then we'll wrap this thing up and do a little composition. Let's do tuner. So there we have it, two completely different packs at the opposite end of the ambient spectrum. So it's time to go and have a look at what we can do with the composition. Now that we've explored the sounds from these two packs, let's combine them into a little dark ambient sketch. Bloom and Monolith, two libraries, one developer, and two generally distinct statements about what ambient sound design can do inside Serum 2. Bloom holds up 30 pars at atmospheric, translucent and purposefully in motion, and it really does deliver. For composers working in cinematic sci-fi or the quieter emotional reaches of the ambient spectrum, this pack does exactly what it promises without overstating, and nothing in there feels like it's just there for filler. The textures evolve with intention and the overall character is one of space, light and quiet beauty, and of course experiment, because these pads can be very much used as leads, as we heard in the composition. Monolith is, well, For me, a more interesting proposition of the two. This isn't dark for the sake of being dark. The combination of hardware synthesis, organic foley and granular processing gives these presets a textural weight and unpredictability that you simply don't find in software-only packs. Whether you're scoring tension, building dystopian environments or working in experimental ambient territory, these sounds feel alive in a way that, well, rewards a closer listen. Together, Bloom and Monolith make a strong case for Zariis Music as a developer with a clear and consistent creative vision. The fact that both packs work convincingly at their respective ends of the spectrum without sort of like either one feeling like a compromise, that is really worth noting. And if you can pick one up, well, take Bloom if your work lives in light and space, but take Monolith if you need depth, tension and that feeling of the unknown. But honestly, for the combined price and the creative range you get across these 60 presets, these two are, well, it's a difficult pair to split up. Links to both packs are in the description below and you will be surprised at the price of these collections. They are a steal for what the Zariis Music is charging, and if this review gave you something useful, a like generally does help get this in front of more composers and producers who'd find it worthwhile. And if ambient and cinematic sound design is a territory you work in, do subscribe and then you won't miss what's coming next. Until next time, stay creative, stay sonic, and I will catch you in the next one.